Something feels off today. We have a normal shotgun cannon over here, but check out what happens when I fire it. Yeah, there's no gravity. That's right, today we have a data pack that removes the gravity from TNT. So if I have two dispensers over here, one here, one here, you see the TNT stops in place and then it has zero gravity. And I think this is going to be pretty fun to play around with. We're going to try it out with some regular cannons first, and then we're going to see if we can make our own custom zero gravity TNT cannons. By the way, this data pack was made by Ranger26, so thank you so much Ranger26 for making this data pack. And you can check out his YouTube channel in the description as well as the data pack. Okay, starting off, let's just start with a quick disclaimer. We're going to need to make some cannons different for this video, because TNT has no gravity now, right? So you see these dispensers up here, this cannon is actually not going to work anymore. Because if I were to flick this, oh, that TNT is just going to be straight in the air, and yeah, it's just going to break. So for our first order of business, let's try to create a functioning carpet cannon. Although it's not really going to be like a regular carpet cannon, all the TNT is just kind of going to like float. But I want to make one that kind of looks like the ones that we usually use. Alright, and to do this, I feel like the only way we can really do this is by making it so that this TNT chamber is filled with water like this. Now we could also consider magma blocks, but for magma blocks to work, these would all have to be source blocks, and that would prevent the TNT from flowing. So I don't think we can use magma blocks in this scenario, but maybe for another cannon. Alright, so there's the back of our cannon completed. And this is kind of interesting because now we kind of have TNT on like a top layer and a bottom layer. In fact, I think I should actually make this slab like this. So now we have the top and the bottom are kind of uniformly doing the same thing. By the way, that little TNT thing, it's a visual glitch. Very annoying. I don't know how to fix it, I'm gonna be honest. Now we have our dispensers placed in the front like a normal carpet cannon. And now let's try it out. That's pretty interesting, the way it just kind of flies. But now, since there is a top layer and a bottom layer, why not add a top layer and a bottom layer of dispensers as well? And then we can break this, and now we should be all good to go. So let's fire it. Oh, that's such a wide shot. Oh my god. Okay, the cannon has been redesigned. We're opting to use chains here instead of slabs, because if you were to have slabs over here, right, the TNT in the top usually adds power because it falls down to the bottom. It's going to get in the way, and now only the bottom dispensers are going to be the ones adding the power to the bottom layer. Let's just give that a test about how much power we have right now. Much better. We fire off the top and the front. Oh, the back and then the front. Ooh. That looks pretty interesting. Let's add some dispensers to the side just to make it spread out a little bit more. Alright, now let's fire off this next shot. And now we got more dispensers on the side. That was really loud. Ooh. That's a good shot. Look at this. Oh, it's so cool. It looks like a, I don't know how to explain it, like a, you know those pictures that they measure for like bird wingspan? That's what it kind of reminds me of. Now for the next cannon, I'm going to try out the one that Ranger26 did when he first showcased this one. And what he used was an alternating cannon, which used magma blocks. So I kind of want to see how that is for myself right now. So what we're going to do is that we're going to use magma blocks, and we're going to have the water pull the TNT down here. And we kind of need that, of course, because, you know, TNT has no gravity. So it's going to become a problem if we don't have those magma blocks there. So let's test out what this shot would look like now. So we fire off the back. Now the TNT should be absorbed into the bottom. Very nice. Alright, we have turned the cannon once again into a full auto cannon. Seems like it's working all fine. Now let's get the front all up and working. Let's get the redstone. And let's see if this cannon is alternating or not. Alright, nice. And there we go, we have a no gravity alternating cannon. The TNT kind of goes out in like these big clumps, and it doesn't look like that much TNT. But they kind of explode out into these like little grenades. It is getting kind of dangerously close to the cannon right now. Okay, but this has just been me making regular cannons, but anti-gravity now. I want to make a cannon that is specifically designed for the feature that it's anti-gravity. let's try it out. Hey, so this is Professor TNT coming to you hours later. So, yeah, that didn't really turn out that well. So, the plan was to have a TNT cannon that kind of like, I wanted to have like a really cool shotgun shot. Like a shot up, down, left, right, all at the same time, right? But that didn't really work out. So, over here we have a bubble chamber, right? And all the water is trying to guide the TNT in this one spot. And the goal was to, once it's in that one spot, TNT is in all directions out of there. The problem is, let me just shoot it. Let me just shoot it first. The problem is when you have the TNT like this, right? Well, that is a beautiful shot to look at, right? From a distance, right? But so this is acting as a barrel for the top, and this is acting as a barrel for the bottom of the cannon. So this just ends up looking like a glorified carpet cannon. But check out that shot though. Look at this. Ooh, I like the way that shoots. So I made this cannon where all the TNT is just spawning in the middle, and I had to get creative with the way I actually stopped the TNT. So over here we have candles, which is fun, right? And we have stairs on the top and the bottom so that the TNT is able to reach the bottom and the top in terms of exposure. Looks like this, looks like that. And it's still doing that carpet thing, right? Because this is still acting as a barrel for the top and the bottom. Then after that, I was like, okay, well, I'm kind of like neglecting like the main thing about these, right? It has no gravity. So let's stitch the bottom, let's stitch the top, and now we have this cannon. And now all the TNT is going to remain suspended in the air. Now we have this in the back, and I'm going to do a bit of this, and a bit of that. And now, look at that. Very weird shot. And I want to actually hit the wall too. I kind of need to like do it kind of early, right? Like that. But yeah, very interesting looking shot. It's kind of like firing pretty much everywhere except right in front of it. This is kind of more the thing I was trying to go for when I went for that cannon. Except it is a little bit robust because, you know, I would really prefer if the TNT had a little bit more variance, so we could get a little sprinkle of TNT everywhere instead of these concentrations of TNT in all those places. Now this is a little too wide, right? I thought this was a little too wide, so I decided, okay, let's do the final design. Now we're gonna compress it down to this too wide space. But as for the way this cannon shoots, definitely more compressed. But now, since it's more compressed, now a lot of the TNT is kind of staying in like staying within this 2x2 region, right? It's keeping that box shape. And you know what? I think I should call this like the H cannon. Look, it shoots a giant H. It's just an H. In fact, I just came up with that now. Yeah, this is the H cannon. It shoots an H. I guess if you want to shoot a giant H, then okay, this is the cannon for you. Let's go back to modifying some of the pre-existing designs. Okay, so one thing I want to try out, remember in my last video, it was pretty much just a carpet cannon, but I flipped it over. Now I'm going to build that again right now, actually, and that's because we should be able to build this without modifying the cannon, like, at all. We should be able to make this so it's not full auto, like, and I just realized, you know what, let's make the back part into soul sand. All the TNT is going to be stuck to the top, right? So we're going to need the soul sand to bring the TNT to the top, so then it's able to fire properly. And this should be it. This is really all we need for the ceiling cannon. So now you should see that, let me just place a lever right over here. Now when I flick the back and activate the front, oh, look, the TNT sticks to the top. That's so cursed. Honestly, this is even cooler than a regular carpet cannon. Like, check this out. I love the way that fires. It's something that's a little cooler about it being a ceiling cannon, not just a regular carpet cannon, because, you know, I could do this with a regular carpet cannon, sure, but just the fact that it's TNT that was sticking to the ceiling, I don't know, just makes me feel a certain type of way. Okay, let's try one more type of cannon, and see if you can guess what type of cannon we're going to build, because I think this type of cannon is very fitting for what we're doing. We're going to build fireworks. Now, starting off, I do not think the basic design for the firework is going to work right now, because these type of autocannons, mainly single rapid autocannons, they work because TNT has a little jump when it starts, right? The TNT that has been there for longer sits in the water. and then the TNT that's jumping gets blasted upwards, right? But now the TNT kind of gets frozen like mid-jump. Like, look at this. This is going to cause some problems. I did see a little semblance of a firework there, but that's not supposed to blow up. Okay, big firework design it is. Also, I'm kind of interested to see, right? Usually with the firework cannon, all the dispensers on the top, all the TNT falls down. Now it's going to be suspended in midair. Maybe we'll have a little bit more variance in the shot to make up for all the TNT that's kind of like just staying in place. See, if I was following my own tutorial, I would have placed the redstone first so I had an easier time. Go check out the tutorial, guys. I'm so excited to see how this shoots in zero gravity. We're just going to go for it. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Ooh, you know what? It's kind of similar to how it shoots normally, but the TNT is definitely more... I don't know how to explain it. Like, the TNT is just getting exploded everywhere a little bit more. There's a lot more scatter to it. But, you know, I want to build that one TNT firework I did at the end of the video, where all the TNT kind of went into like a giant ball. I want to do that. And this should be quite the finale to the video if this goes how I'm picturing. So the way this cannon works is that we're going to put the water like this, right? And since all the TNT is in the corners, right, it's going to influence the TNT to go in the inwards direction. And if that works out properly, all the TNT is going to kind of converge into the middle, which is very fun. And now the cannon should be complete. Let's check this out. It's in a weird, like, funnel shape. It's a pretty cool look. I gotta say, I do like the original version of the cannon better. You know, all TNT was a big ball, right? But this is not bad yet. This is not bad either. This is not bad. I can get behind this. This is pretty cool. Alright, well, those are anti-gravity TNT cannons. This is a pretty fun data pack to mess around with. I really hadn't really explored the potential of TNT cannons when there's no gravity. There's one thing I would like it if the TNT kind of kept the random momentum, just so the TNT can get that nice spread we'd love to see with fence cannons. But I won't lie, the grenade launcher does look pretty cool. It's a pretty nice change and a nice change of pace. But anyways, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video if you want more TNT cannon videos, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.